A red-haired boy, later introduced as Otanashi, wakes up in a strange place with no memory of his past life. As he regains consciousness, he finds himself in an unfamiliar world and is quickly approached by a girl named Yuri. She's holding a sniper rifle and aiming at someone in the distance, a girl she calls Angel. Yuri explains that they are in the afterlife and invites Otanashi to join her group, the SSS, Shinda Sekai Sensen, which fights against Angel. Confused and unsure about what's going on, Otanashi doesn't immediately decide. Before he can fully process what's happening, a boy with blue hair shows up, asking Yuri how the recruitment is going. Ignoring them both, Otanashi decides to approach Angel directly. When he speaks to her, she calmly denies being an angel and confirms they are indeed dead. Skeptical, Otanashi challenges her to prove it. Angel summons a blade out of thin air and stabs him through the heart. Otanashi wakes up in a school infirmary, horrified to find his bloodied shirt beside him, confirming the stabbing was real. Shortly after, a boy with purple hair and a halberd storms in, furious at Otanashi for disobeying Yuri. He rants briefly before attacking Otanashi, striking him repeatedly and killing him over and over. Otanashi wakes up again and decides to figure out what's really going on in this strange world. He makes his way to what he learns is the school's principal's office. However, as soon as he opens the door, a massive hammer swings down, knocking him out of a window. He's recovered by members of the SSS and brought to their headquarters. When he regains consciousness, he overhears the group debating a new name for their organization. Yuri formally introduces the SSS and its members, explaining that the school is a part of the afterlife. She also mentions that most of the people in this world are NPCs, beings that look human but aren't real. That night, the SSS launches Operation Tornado, a plan to steal meal tickets from the NPCs. Otanashi initially misunderstands and thinks it's a violent robbery, but Yuri clarifies that they'll use a fan to blow the tickets out of the cafeteria. As the plan unfolds, a girls' band called Girls Dead Monster distracts the NPCs by performing while the fans send the meal tickets flying. Meanwhile, other SSS members fight Angel to buy time. The operation is a success, and the group retreats with the stolen tickets. Later, they gather in the cafeteria to eat. Otanashi, still unsure of what to do, decides to stay with the SSS for now as he tries to recover his memories. With their supplies running low, Yuri leads the group to the Guild, a hidden underground base where weapons are made from dirt. The journey is dangerous, as Angel is already advancing toward the Guild, reactivating traps along the way. The group faces numerous challenges, and several members meet unfortunate ends. Noda, the halberd-wielding boy, is the first to go. While arguing with Otanashi, he steps onto a hidden trap that swings a hammer at him, breaking his limbs and burying him under rubble. Later, a giant boulder chases the group through a tunnel, crushing Takamatsu, who can't outrun it. In another room, laser traps activate, slicing through the air. Matsushita is unable to escape due to his size and is caught in the trap. The group enters a large room where the ceiling begins to collapse. TK holds it up long enough for the others to escape but is crushed in the process. Shortly after, a pitfall opens beneath them. Sheena barely manages to save most of the group, but Uyama falls, yelling, "I forgot," as he disappears into the darkness. Despite the chaos, Otanashi helps pull others to safety, but Hinata ends up falling into the pit after accidentally offending Yuri. Fujimaki, who mocks Otanashi's luck, drowns in a stream when he proves unable to swim. As the group reaches the next area, they spot a small box floating toward a waterfall. Inside is a puppy. Sheena's love for cute things gets the better of her. Without hesitation, she leaps in to save it, only to discover it's a wind-up toy. Realizing too late, she plunges down the waterfall, leaving Otanashi baffled at how elaborate the traps in this world are. While the group pauses to rest, Yuri opens up to Otanashi about her tragic past. She shares how her 3 younger siblings were murdered by burglars during a robbery when their parents weren't home. This heartbreak is what fuels Yuri's rebellion against what she sees as the unfair fate given by God. By the time they reach the Guild, Angel is right behind them. To stop her, Yuri decides to blow up the Guild with explosives, forcing the members to relocate to their old, unused base. Cha, the Guild's leader, supports Yuri's decision, and the group begins their escape. Yuri stays back to fight Angel, giving her team enough time to escape safely to the old Guild. Once everyone is settled, Yuri comes up with a new plan. She wants to distract Angel using a performance by Girls Dead Monster while others break into Angel's room to hack her computer. However, Yuri rejects the band's song, My Song, saying it's too emotional and won't create enough chaos for the plan. This upsets Iwasua, the band's lead singer, who feels left out. During a break, Otanashi meets a cheerful girl named Yui, who is putting up posters for the band's next concert. She talks non-stop about the show, which will be held in the gym for the first time, even though the teachers might get angry. Otanashi listens politely before sneaking away. Later, he overhears the band practicing and has a heart-to-heart with Iwasua. She tells him about her tough life, how her father's drinking caused constant fights at home, and how music became her escape. She dreamed of becoming a musician but died suddenly from a stroke caused by an old injury. Otanashi starts to see that everyone in the SSS has a painful story from their past. Meanwhile, Angel notices Yui's posters and quietly removes one. This causes complaints from the NPCs, leaving Angel confused about why everyone sees her as the bad guy. When the operation starts, Girl's Dead Monster performs in the gym to distract the NPCs and Angel. At the same time, Takayama, who insists on being called Christ, helps the team sneak into Angel's room to hack her computer. Otanashi is surprised to see that Angel's room looks like a normal dorm. He thinks it's unfair to invade her privacy and tries to stop them, but the group holds him back. Back in the gym, Iwasua decides to perform a song called Alchemy, ignoring the plan. Teachers arrive to shut down the concert, and Angel joins them. As chaos unfolds, Takayama successfully hacks Angel's computer, but they only find a list of students. Disappointed, the group retreats. Meanwhile, the teachers take the band's instruments. When one tries to throw away Iwasua's guitar, she fights back, grabs her guitar, and starts playing My Song. Her emotional performance is broadcast across the school, and everyone, including Angel, is mesmerized. As Iwasua plays, she realizes her true purpose was to share her music and touch people's hearts, just like her favorite singer once inspired her. When the song ends, Iwasua disappears peacefully, finding closure. This shows that disappearing from the afterlife isn't about following Angel's rules, it's about finding meaning and moving on. Later, the SSS needs a new lead singer for the band. Otanashi suggests Yui, who auditions with a lively rock song. However, she accidentally kicks the microphone into the ceiling during her performance, and the group decides she's too wild for the job. They leave it to the band to find a replacement. Yuri then shifts focus to the school's baseball tournament. She warns the team that if they score lower than the NPC teams, there will be severe consequences. Hinata takes charge of forming a team, starting with Otanashi. Unfortunately, the best players join Takamatsu's team, leaving Hinata with fewer options. He recruits Yui, even though they constantly argue, claiming her small size might help. Shina and Noda also join, each wanting to prove they're better than Otanashi. To complete the baseball team, Yui convinces 3 of her NPC fans to join. The SSS teams win their first matches against the NPC teams, and Hinata's team barely makes it through despite constant arguing. Yuri's threats of punishment turn out to be just for show, but the real challenge comes when Angel's team, led by Ayato Naoi, enters the tournament. Angel's team is skilled, and one by one, the SSS teams lose until only Hinata's team is left. The final match is intense, with both teams evenly matched. Otanashi bribes Matsushita to join their side, giving them a better chance of winning. Just as victory seems close, Hinata remembers a painful moment from his life. He once missed a critical catch in a baseball game, which led to him feeling like a failure. Otanashi realizes that catching the ball now might give Hinata closure and cause him to disappear from the afterlife. As the game's final pop fly comes toward Hinata, Otanashi tries to stop him, but Yui tackles Hinata in revenge for a previous argument. Angel's team wins, but Otanashi is relieved Hinata won't vanish just yet. Later, Yuri plans a new operation during the upcoming exams. She wants to sabotage Angel's grades, believing it will humiliate her and make her easier to defeat. Some SSS members, like Noda, refuse to join, but Yuri assigns others to the plan, including Otanashi, Hinata, and Takayama. They run into a problem when they realize they don't know Angel's real name. Otanashi learns it while talking to Angel, Kanade Tachibana, and shares it with Yuri, who admits she had forgotten. During the first test, Yuri tries to disrupt the class by having Hinata cause a scene, but the plan fails. Yuri resorts to activating a secret device that launches Hinata's chair into the ceiling. Though the group swaps Angel's answer sheet, the operation doesn't go smoothly. Similar chaos unfolds during the next exams. Takamatsu removes his shirt during one test, showing off his muscular body, but it only distracts their team. Yuri again uses the chair-launching device. In another attempt, Uyama pretends to confess his love to Kanade, but she calmly rejects him. Despite their clumsy efforts, rumors spread the next day that Kanade scored 0 on her tests. At a school assembly, Kanade is forced to resign as student council president, and Naoi takes her place. Yuri celebrates their victory, confident that without her leadership, Kanade will be easier to defeat. That evening, the SSS launches another Operation Tornado during a Girls Dead Monster concert. Yui takes over as the lead singer, performing a song called "1,000 Enemies" that Iwasua wrote before she disappeared. Otanashi begins to doubt if Kanade is really their enemy. During the concert, Kanade calmly gets a drink from a vending machine, ignoring the chaos. The operation involves using wind machines to scatter food coupons, and Kanade loses her coupon from Mapo tofu, her favorite spicy dish. Otanashi later finds the coupon and tries the dish, finding it spicy but delicious. He shares it with Hinata, and both agree it's enjoyable. Yuri starts to wonder if they've been wrong about Kanade. However, just as they sit down for a peaceful dinner, Naoi and a group of students burst in, surrounding the SSS and declaring they'll be punished for breaking the rules.